Hey, welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. Let me say this. Thanks to French Quarter's Guest Apartments for being our New York City hotel. Let them be your headquarters in New York City. Go to FrenchQuartersNY.com to book your next stay. FrenchQuartersNY.com to book your next stay. The great Casey Stern is with us, baseball extraordinaire. We got two
Football,
experts
too.
here.
Yeah, football too.
Two experts, two guys making it on their own, yuppies, but cool.
It's like the beginning of a really awkward sitcom.
No. Stop it. No. It's a really bad sitcom.
Making it on our own, working for huge conglomerates.
You are, right? But, you're modern day yuppies.
Right.
Living the dream. Yeah, you'll write
Running a
about what-
brothel on the side, or at least something.
You
fun,
said that,
right?
not me.
All right.
Hey, listen. Maybe that's where Mike got that rash on his face.
No, Casey wouldn't give me anybody dirty.
All right, shut his mouth.
No, of course not. Only the cleanliness for you with the cheeseburger.
I can see Buscetta.
Yeah.
You done me
Yeah.
dirty. You done me dirty, Stern. You done me dirty. Look at this rash. I was a clean person when I came in here. I weighed $1.80. Look at me.
Always be careful with you, Mike.
Yeah.
Just
No,
for
you're
you.
a great friend.
Yeah,
I
I appreciate that. You as
Mike,
well.
did you ever get in around the world over there? What happens when you go over there?
Oh no, just
The
the
Stern brothel.
just a half and half and get out quick.
Right.
God, he knows that pretty well, doesn't he? That was some great improv. He's never ordered that.
That flows off the tongue better than anything's ever said.
No.
Wouldn't you love to see, just for a millisecond,
The disappointment.
the look on a girl's face when Mike says how much for a half and half, and she has to answer something very affordable. Like you see her soul dying. You see something in her soul dying, and like her love of crystal meth, and the abuse her father, the abuse her father gave her for years takes
Memories.
over and says half and half's $15. And Mike's like, we're both in luck. I got 20.
I know how to negotiate for that. Negotiate a little bit money-wise.
Let's hear a negotiation. I'll be the hooker. You ready?
Okay.
Hey, welcome to Casey Stern's whorehouse.
Hey, honey, how much is it?
For what?
You know the menu.
Yeah,
I want to cut. Mike, we rehearsed this. What are you talking about?
The menu.
Half and half, right?
Yeah.
Do it right.
All right.
Jerk off. All those years of improv. Ready? Okay. Hey, welcome to the Casey Stern's whorehouse.
Hey, baby, how are you? Nice cans.
Thank you.
How much for a half and
My
half?
God.
The first thing you go for, the calves.
I mean, that's his improv.
Nice calves.
No, nice cans.
You're a regular.
nice
Ryan.
cans.
You're a regular Ryan
I
Stiles.
heard calves too. I
Calves.
heard calves too.
I heard calves.
You're a regular Robin Williams over there. Okay.
Yeah,
What do you want?
I want half and half, honey.
Half and half's $15.
All right, you know what? Okay, yeah, 15. I'll go for it. Sure, why not? 15's worth it. Look,
Big
you're good.
spender over here. Thanks, Howard Huge.
No, I'll leave you a tip. Of course I do.
Who's asking that? Like, this is improv. You're the worst improv ever. I didn't even ask for the tip.
No, I always tell them I'm gonna give him a tip first so it goes better.
You always tell him, boy, we're revealing about his life.
Don't worry, I will pay you a lot.
How often are you at a whorehouse? It's
been a
you
long
live.
time.
You realize you live in the 1840s. You have the gout, scurvy. You go to a opium den whorehouse. You got like a rosacea's coming back.
It's amazing he's still alive.
Yeah. So now, Mike, what's the look on the girl's face when
They don't care, Art. They're cold as ice.
They better be.
To them, it's
Are
like
they dead?
Exactly.
they're probably in their 80s now. This is when I was young.
Okay.
In their 80s.
How old are you?
I'm 52. They had to be like my age when I was, when I was half their age.
Mike, in the 70s.
Trying to do math in my head.
Yeah,
there.
that's a lot of
In the
math.
70s, he's completely
Carry the
wrong.
one.
He's completely wrong.
So they were 50.
In the 70s, Mike, you went to a whorehouse.
Just like the mid-80s.
And a girl who looked like you charged you $15 for around the world or half and half.
It was actually 10, and he left a tip.
10 and you left. Would you go by yourself?
No, a good friend of mine took me there all the time.
What was his nickname? Dad?
No.
Well, who was it? Who was the friend?
An undisclosed guy,
No, I mean, but how'd you know him? School?
childhood friend.
Childhood friend.
Snuffleupagus? What do you mean a childhood friend?
Hey, Buscetti, how you doing?
That's how his sister sounded, actually. I had her, Trice, but,
Did you say Trist?
Yeah.
Trice?
Trice.
Is it
I had
me
a
or-
tryst with her calves.
Is it me or is this not the best radio and TV of all time? This is fascinating. You went with your friend's sister?
Yeah, I was a scale.
You took her a scale, another 1800.
What is that?
What?
I don't. No one knows.
What is
Like,
this?
like, the,
It's something that Pirates of the
like
Caribbean
an
cuts out of the
S-bag.
script.
Like an S-bag.
A scumbag.
Yeah.
A
Scale.
scumbag.
Loser Rooney.
No, wait a minute, Mike.
Get it from watching Law and Order.
Yeah, right. That's what it sounds like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 now, Mike. So you would get like, how old was the woman? 52. You're saying?
I would say, well, I was only like mid-20s. I would say she was twice my age, probably.
Oh my God. Twice
good,
your
though.
weight?
She was good.
She was real good.
What makes her good?
What was your comparison at that point?
There was some young girls there, too. It depended on the night, I guess.
Why wouldn't you go for them?
My friend, well, there were very rarely young girls, I would say that.
Okay, but when there was
Statute
a
of
young,
limitations is up, Mike.
when there were young
You're
girls,
good.
and you're talking to the owner, Casey Stern.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. He's not the owner. It's somebody else owns. I never
No,
seen
we
this guy in my
know,
life.
Mike. We know. I'm not suggesting Casey owned a whorehouse in the
And
South.
I certainly wouldn't have those
baby.
women.
Yeah, really.
Clearly.
No, that case, I never seen this guy in my life. I don't know who he is.
No, it's fun.
I really
Mike.
don't know him.
I won't
don't
tell
know him at all.
anybody.
Did you feel it was necessary, Casey, for me to make that clear that this is a joke?
I don't.
And you didn't actually own a brothel in the Staten
I
Island
was.
area?
I
in the
was
80s?
hoping not. I was hoping not. But you never know. You never know.
Yeah, you get people on Twitter. Hey, guess who owned the brothel?
There are a lot of Jewish brothels with women with great calves in their 50s
At hashtag
with young children that
calves.
come with them.
At hashtag calves.
Yeah. Bring your family members, sisters.
It's a family brothel.
Mike, so how often would you go?
Pretty much. Spent a lot of time
What's
there.
pretty much?
Pretty much is not an amount of time.
Like once, twice a week sometimes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't like to settle.
Will you work?
So you were funding this?
And I hope that goes over to your bride, too. You don't like to settle.
No, I don't like to settle no
A
more
real
now.
habit.
It's
Well,
a
Mike-
good habit, though. It was great.
A good habit.
You know why? You just paid the woman for sex, got out of there.
You're right. It's actually saving money. Most broads, it costs way more money.
And you take a woman out, nothing might happen.
I mean, you
so-
take a broad to what, like Sbarro, right?
Yeah, maybe.
An authentic Italian experience.
right.
Yeah.
For the macaroni and cheese pizza.
Right.
Whatever. It's on the house, honey. Put a little extra topping on
Now,
it if
like
you
in
want.
March of the Penguins, would you, when you got the girl to her front door, would you cough up a milky substance from your pouch to refeed her?
Oh my God.
It's time for a diet, for
And
sure.
then, I swear to you, I am making March of the Boschettis. And then Mrs. Boschetti coughs up a milky substance. We got to get Morgan Freeman to do that. Now, do you miss
Yeah,
those
I'm
days?
sure he'll do
you
it.
miss those days? Were you
Yeah.
being, were you
He's
being
that hard up.
sarcastic? Yeah. Do you miss those days at all, Mike?
Yeah, pretty much.
Why don't you go back?
Drinking, smoking, having fun, It's like,
Listen
now
up,
everything's
kids.
wimpy. Yeah, I just like pot and
Listen up,
bimbos.
kids. This is how you get this career. Punch 'em up fights?
Oh, yeah, they were fun. Blood sport, baby.
Yeah. All right. Well, my God. So welcome to the showcase.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to be here.
It's always good to be here.
It's it's good to be here.
It's a lot of edgy stuff.
I'm
going
waiting
on.
for the Morgan Freeman voiceover of March of the
Milky
Boschettis
substance.
to the brothel. That'll be
You,
good.
well, now you always bring something to the table here, man. You always. And now you're a baseball guy. Well,
Yeah.
Officially, the stove is heated up. We're in hot stove.
Yeah.
What's going to happen with A-Rod? Give me your opinion. We had Steve Lyons here last night. In many ways, better than you as an analyst. He actually played the
Taller.
game. He actually played the game.
Right. Yes.
But
Not
you-
the Xbox.
You're the best.
Right.
You're the best.
Well, thank
at
you.
it,
I
and I
appreciate that.
appreciate it. And you're one of the few guys that'll come here. But I'll tell you. I asked him about A-Rod.
Okay.
What's going to happen?
I think he's clearly going to be suspended. The question's going to be for how long. We've discussed it. I mean, I still tend to believe that he'll get 100 games. I mean, a lot of people think it'll get plead from the
And
210
that
down to a
affects the
year. I think he'll
season
get
in-
100 games.
That affects the season in an insane way. He's got to get. I mean,
Yeah,
basically, does he come? He's not going to come right back. Expect to get in the lineup.
Well, they're already talking trade. There were a lot of conversations had today betwing the Cardinals and the Yankees about David Freese,
Right.
the third baseman of the Cardinals. So
Freeze for A-Rod.
no, nobody's gonna be trading for Alex.
Hey guys, want a 260 hitter who costs you about 220 over the next 5 years?
See, I'm surprised you're not asking me about the news with Alex this weekend. The story that broke
What, he's not-
that he
he's
was
in a
that he was in the bathroom with the brunette, because that's baseball now. That's what we're going to talk about.
That's a story that makes him
I think he'll
cooler.
miss 100 games. I
That's a
would
story
guess.
that I like about him.
See, well, the thing is with him
Guy's getting laid, and what are you going to do? I mean,
is that you would think if you were in the spotlight looked at the way that he is, you would think to yourself, I probably should do that.
I would think to myself.
In the water. You would think to yourself you probably would do that behind the scenes. But I think for me, he'll get plead down to 100 games. They don't have enough on him in terms of proof to get the 210, but they have too much to get the typical suspension for 50 games, which he would have taken a year ago. So I think he'll get 100.
But I hate when people say he shouldn't be treated differently than others. He should, because he's the face of the game, and he wanted that. And if you're going to make an example about how we want steroids out, here's a guy. Here's the modern day Hank Aaron, Babe Ruth rolled into one. He accepted that role, in a very, very, expectant kind of way. And listen, maybe he should be treated differently.
Well, I don't think he should be treated differently because he makes money. I mean, clearly, look, we treat, whether it's LeBron or whoever, we always treat the greats of the game. Nobody cares what I'm trying to think of, Cephalosha is doing. We only care about what LeBron and Durant and those guys are doing.
You went to Thabo Cephalosha?
I was trying to think of the
nice.
most random guy I could think of. That was as random as I could
Clearly
get.
the most racist
Nice.
thing. Most racist
But
thing ever said on the show.
I think for me, the reason why he gets treated differently is he has screwed the league more than anybody else.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm talking
But
about.
you're talking about the fact that he's the face of the game and the contract. He has actually screwed over the league more than he's done this for so long, has lied about it through his teeth, has gotten away with it, trying to make distractions from suing different people, and the Yankees are after him, and the doctor, and all this other kind of crap. And to me, that's the reason. They got Braun. That was kind of the preamble for the big fish, and that's A-Rod. They will get him. But I will tell you this much. Alex is going to sit and he's going to stand in front of a camera, and he's never going to admit that he's done this. So he might get 100 games and say, I plead down because I didn't want to hurt the team, or I didn't want to drag this out past when I could play, or some other kind of garbage. The truth is, this guy can never stand in front of a mirror and admit that he's wrong.
You think he'll keep the lie going even after like 100 game?
I mean, look how long he's had the lie.
Right.
Alex Rodriguez was
Why stop now?
well, he was behind the scenes trying to negotiate to get 50 games, and then standing at Yankee Stadium telling everybody in front of a camera that, hey, look, everything will come out and the truth will come out. I mean, which guy are you? If you're who would take 50 games if you committed a crime? Hey, I didn't kill somebody, but I beat the crap out of him. I'm going to take 50 games. If you're not guilty, you would take 0.
Right.
You would say to yourself, I am not guilty, and I don't care how many cameras there are here. I will not take a single inning, let alone a game or 50 games.
Unless you get horrible legal advice where they go, listen, they're not going to let up on you, do this, and you take the
Well,
bad
they
legal
admit it
advice.
for,
No, I know you're right.
know?
It doesn't make any sense, but a lot of bad decisions over the years have been made through bad legal advice, whatever PR moves. But listen. I think he's an extraordinary jerk off, and the fact is. Curtis Granderson is a classier person.
Yeah, very.
Jeter is a classier
Yes.
person. And these guys should be rewarded for that.
Well, I think Granderson will get rewarded. He's probably getting a 4-year contract, so
Right.
he'll get rewarded.
And he's a doll. I mean, listen, I don't think John has some issues. Some of his friends he went to high school with call John a little flimsy for this, but I'm a guy who is a very, very progressive. And John, in confidence, told me that he feels Curtis Granderson is
Confidence.
Actually, Curtis he feels Curtis Granderson is who did you say?
We should treat sources like this.
Who's the soccer?
Yeah, right.
Who's the soccer player?
Give it up.
Who's the greatest soccer player?
Pele?
No, the modern guy married to the broad. The Spice-
Beckham.
David Beckham?
Beckham.
Yeah, but in confidence, you said that Curtis Granderson was David Beckham dipped in fudge. Didn't you say that? No way! Back after that.
The Artie Lange Show, weeknights on Audience, only on DirecTV.